Namaste, namaste. Welcome to this short movement practice. I've recorded this especially for one of my one-to-one students, and I hope that by sharing it with you, you'll enjoy it too. This particular video is aimed at teenagers who have been spending a long time sitting or carrying backpacks. Could be any age of child or any age of adult for that matter. But particularly as you come up to the prelims and it's sitting for exams, you've got a lot of time spent studying. This is a practice that will get you moving, lift your energy, help to make your mind a little bit sharper, give you a bit more comfort through your body as well. Throughout the practice, we just want to move in a way that the body feels comfortable with. So listening to your body, if you feel any increased sensations of discomfort or pain, rest out and just leave that practice to one side. And try where you can to breathe in and out through your nose unless otherwise directed. We'll need a wall or access to a chair, a sofa or a bed, something to put our legs up on at the end. Let's get started by just moving our feet. So we're going to lift one heel and then the other. If, like me, your arms like to join in, you can do fancy things with your arms, or you can just leave them by your side, doesn't matter. And we're trying to get that sensation of perhaps just squashing something underneath our heels. So lifting and then pressing down quite purposefully. You might have the sensation of almost floating both heels off the floor and then coming down to one side or the other. You can go as slowly as you like, or as speedily as you like. Try to do it with control. Try to feel that control in the center of your body by engaging the belly muscles, keeping the head lifted. Don't be looking at your feet. There's no need, they haven't changed. Position, they're always at the end is for your legs. And then if you want to, you can add a little light jogging to this. So taking the toes off the floor as well, maybe keeping very light on the balls of the feet. If you like here, you can let your arms be really wiggly and soft in the shoulders. Get all sorts of funny shapes in the arms doing this. And then we're going to just make this a little bit quicker. A little bit quicker, you might shake out the wrists more purposefully, might roll the shoulders a little bit if you like. And then we're going to turn this into jumping with both feet. So nice, light, small jumps. Again, just letting the arms be nice and relaxed. It's a really lovely way to let go of tension. If you feel that you need to, you can sigh that through the mouth. I like to do a little twisting hips, knees, and ankles the same direction at the same time. Shoulders the opposite way. And a little bit side to side, maybe with the arms over the head. And then coming to rest. Coming back to center, just letting everything settle. A few deeper breaths. Perhaps we'll roll our shoulders as well. There we are. Widening the feet, firming the belly muscles, and just gently twisting from side to side. In this movement, again, the shoulders and arms are really relaxed. They wrap around the body and tap wherever they fall. The head follows the movement. If you feel dizzy, you can keep your head more centered. And the strength of the posture comes from our center. So we draw the belly muscles inwards and upwards, lift in the pelvic floor and press into the feet. You can stay in this variation if you like. But if you'd like to, you can also add a little pivot on the toes. So gently twisting through the feet as well. Requires a bit more balance, a bit more concentration. Nice and loose across the arms. And if you'd like to, you can add a little bend in the knees. So bounce and then twist. Bounce and twist, bounce and twist. Go as slowly as you need to. Sometimes a little bit of extra time means we coordinate better, we balance better. Touching the opposite shoulder in front of you with the opposite hand and the opposite side of the rib cage behind you. Give the hands a destination. Nice and loose in between. then a light tap of the body. We're going to turn this into a sideways movement. So we're going to reach to the side and to the side, still bouncing the knees in the center, still pointing into the opposite toes. If you can, get your arms either side of your head, but they can be really wide. They don't need to be super narrow. If you can do it narrow and it feels okay, you can do it narrow. Once we've got the rhythm of this movement, we can begin to step that pointed toe backwards a little bit so that we get a sense of opening the front of the body, soft bend, opening the front of the body, soft bend. And if that feels good and you feel balanced, you can float that back foot off the floor. And we're just doing a few more of these to each side. One more to each side. And then we're going to bring the feet back to steadiness, back to center, and sway slowly, just letting the arms relax here at the front. Take a couple of deeper breaths, rolling the shoulders. Let's do one more. And then just shrugging the shoulders a few times, making any sort of soft movements that make the shoulders feel nice and relaxed after our movement. And then from here, we're going to do just a little bit of side bending. So just a gentle sway of the hips from one side to the other, really firm across the center. It's not about the shape that you make. So getting more side bend here doesn't afford you anything if you do it in a way that makes the body tense or in pain. So just going with a nice, easy movement, opening up the sides of the body, movements we don't often do in our day. If it feels good, you can lift your right heel and reach your left arm over to the right, and then lift your left heel and reach your right arm over to the left. If that feels like a coordination too far, you can keep the feet on the ground and just do the arms. Again, thinking about that real centered strength. Just finding space in the body. Different movement patterns from the ones that we've done during the day. Very nice. The next time you bring your left arm up, right hand, left arm up, reaching up, and then settling the shoulders down a little bit. And then we're going to be firm on both feet, reach one side up, then the other. Just at the arms, just at the shoulders, lifting and lowering. Nice lift perhaps in the chin if that feels good in your neck. Lift in the belly muscles. And then lifting both arms, turn the palms and float the arms down to your side. Ooh, feels really nice. Wriggle the shoulders, wriggle the hips. Anything that feels good in this moment. We're going to do a little bit more of forwards and backwards action with the body. So taking the feet nice and wide, whatever feels good, doesn't need to be super wide, just about the width of your shoulders. We're breathing in to open the front of the body, lift the belly muscles, breathing out to just round through the body, to bring the elbows in towards the bottom of the abdomen, bending at the knees, tucking the chin to the chest. So this is not about touching the floor and forward bending, it's about rounding the back of the body. So breathing in to stand all the way tall, firm buttocks, open chest. Breathing out to round through the spine, scoop the belly in, elbows drawing in towards the abdomen, chin to chest. Breathing in to open, lengthen the body at the front. Breathing out to round and lengthen the body at the back. Breathing in, breathing out. Let's do 3 more. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. You're going to breathe in to stand really tall, reach the arms nice and wide, and then float the arms down to your side. Just give yourself a few rolls of the shoulders. Very nice. Our next practice is to bring the knee into the chest. So we're going to start by breathing in, and then bring your knee into your chest as you breathe out. Doesn't matter which one you start with. Breathing in, stand onto both feet. Breathing out, knee to chest. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. If you're managing, keep going with that. If you need the support of a wall or a chair, you can breathe in and breathe out and just do one side. Do it 5 times on one side and then swap to the other side for 5 times on the other side. It's not uncommon when we're going through puberty to have a little bit less control on our balance than we do at other times of our lives. Make this your last one. So you stand tall, relax the arms down to the side, roll in the shoulders. Aces. We're going to do 2 or 3 more things here. So not many things. I'm going to breathe in to reach the front of the body, the arms up and lift onto the tiptoes. And as you breathe out, just bend your knees and swing your arms backwards. So breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. If you want to do it a bit quicker, so you do the movement several times in the breath, that's absolutely fine too. And it's a feat of concentration and balance here. So firm in the belly muscles, just letting the arms swing. Again, it's not about bending towards the floor. It's just that sense of open, open, relax, lengthen, relax, lengthen, relax. We'll do 2 more. We're going to finish by breathing in to stand tall, breathing out to float the arms down to the side. Give your shoulders a little wriggle. Nice. And we're going to come back to that knee to chest movement now, but this time with a twist. So let's start by bringing the left knee into the chest. We're going to reach the left arm behind us, so we twist to the left and then come back to the center, stand onto both feet. Right knee into the chest, hold it with the left hand, right arm behind us, and then back to the center. We just go from side to side, using balance, concentration, core strength, all of these good things as we go from side to side. These are much harder to do and talk at the same time as they are when I practice without talking. 1 more to the right. We'll come back to center, and again, just wriggle everything out. So I didn't say that we needed anything to support our next movement, but if you have a chair or a stool, or as I have, a couple of blocks available, and you know that touching your toes is difficult, which it can be when we are stiffer as we can be in the body as teenagers, then this would be a useful time to get those. You can do it with the wall. Wall is harder, something you can rest your hands on top of, chair, stool, sofa, blocks, stack of books, anything like this is good. And we're going to start by standing upright and then coming into a forward bend. So nice and firm in the belly muscles, bend your knees first, keep the legs bent. We're going to slide our hips back so that we lean forward from the hips and reach our hands to whatever we've got to reach onto. So once we're here in this position, we want to think about lengthening the torso. So don't make those blocks too close to your feet. Put whatever your support is a little bit further away from you, and you can lengthen one leg and then the other. We can do a little sway of the hips from side to side here. No problem at all. And we're just easing through one longer leg and then the other. If both legs are staying bent, you're just extending a tiny bit, one leg and then the other. It's not a problem at all. But if you can, lengthening one and then the other. And over time, with practice, you might come a little bit lower, keeping the arms still ahead of you, keeping the back of the neck nice and long. But there's no need to get anywhere in particular here. So it's just whatever your body needs. we're trying to find a little bit of length in what's called the posterior chain, the back line of soft tissue in the body. When you're ready, you can come to center. Then we're going to take the feet slightly wider and turn the feet out and bend the knees and just bring the hips down to wherever is comfortable. So it could be halfway down, could be a little deeper, could be a little deeper still, could be all the way down. But wherever you are, try not to collapse the knees in or lift the heels off the floor. And we don't want to get to the point where we're able to just hang out. Here we want to be lifted enough that we're really active in the legs, and we're holding for a breath and then lifting the hips and turning the toes to point forward and coming into that forward bend. So knees never have to be straight, they can stay bent all of the time, just a little bent. We're going to lift the chest slightly, turn the toes out, sink the hips down to wherever is comfortable, but not so we let go of all of the effort in our legs. We're still very active in the legs. And then lift the hips, turn the toes in and fold gently forward. Scoop the belly in, lift the chest, turn the toes out, think a little bit low. Lift the hips, turn the toes in, allow that forward bend to happen, relaxing the back of the neck. Lift the chest, turn the toes out, sink the hips down. This one is tough, so don't be surprised if you're finding it a little bit challenging. But very good for our bodies after a day of sitting. And this time, you can come to being all the way down on the floor. These blocks can go to one side, whatever it is you've been using. And we're going to come to being supporting our legs on something. So if you've got a chair or a sofa or a bed, that's fine. If you have a bit of wall, the back of a door, where nobody's going to open it into you or open it away from you, then you can scooch up to whatever it is, swing the legs up. So if you're on a chair or a sofa or a bed, your knees will be bent with the calves resting on that support. If you're against a wall, the heels just rest on the wall. And we rest the arms away from the body. This pose is called Vipariti Karani, and it is usually translated as legs up the wall, but that's not in fact what it means in Sanskrit. But this pose allows the back of the torso to feel comfort and support. So any tension that you're holding across the middle of the back, perhaps, or across the shoulders, that space between the shoulder blades, or indeed the low back, all of those places are now supported so that tension can soften. And you allow the spine to be in this very neutral alignment, resting the arms away from the body with the palms turned upwards, or bending your elbows and resting the palms onto the body wherever they reach. It could be the abdomen or lower, or the chest if you prefer. In this position, you might like to gently turn your head from side to side, just finding a little bit of a softness at the back of the neck. We're not trying to get into any position in particular, just letting the back of the neck ease. Excuse me. And then closing the eyes. We can let go of all of the effort of the practice and simply be in this position. Breathing deeply. Stay here for 10 full minutes if you can. And then move on with the rest of your day. Thank you for coming to practice with me. Namaste.